giving you a clean before we start because everything in this house is so dusty right now. So it is week 18, I want to say, so it's the 7th of July, Tuesday the 7th of July. I didn't manage to update yesterday. I took some photos and I put them on my Instagram, so if you're not following me over on my home account, then I will leave that like here. So then if you do want like regular snippets and updates because you're doing like housey stuff at the moment, then it might be useful. But I was going to film in here yesterday, but I promised the kids that I would stay up late and watch something with them, and Bill had just got back from his dad's as well, so I felt like I should just fuss them, and then I completely forgot and it got dark. So going to be a big update. Okay, so where do I even start? Yesterday we had like more prep work done in the morning at the start of the week, so now the ceiling has been plastered over there. Everywhere now in here that needs a skim has been skimmed, and that's amazing because it's just like a blank canvas then, and then when it comes to decorating it's just gonna look top notch. And then in the afternoon, I think it was about 1 o'clock, our kitchen arrived. I wasn't really expecting too much to be able to be done by that point because obviously 1 o'clock's like kind of like over halfway throughout the day, especially when they start as early as these guys do. But they managed to get in a lot, and it was like kind of a basic carcass, but now everything has been fully like fitted into place. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what it looks like and give you a little bit of a tour. Everything looks very much the same colour at the moment. It's very much a colour of like plaster, like set plaster in here, which I actually don't mind. So bearing in mind it's all going to look a bit samey, but we're replacing the floors, we're going to paint the walls white, I think, and then we've got white quartz as a worktop, so it'll look a lot brighter. But I just thought I should say that now in case you're thinking, wow, that's a very similar colour scheme, because it won't look like this at the end. One sec. So this is what it looks like from, like, I'm kind of stood, where am I stood? I'm stood about here. I'm not fully in this corner or anything. I'm just standing back so I can show you it all. Now, I'll try and leave the full details of the exact kitchen that we've got below if you're curious, but we went with a local supplier and they mainly supply the Symphony ranges, and this is the Ashbourne range, which is a shaker one, but it's one of the like hand painted, so we went for the colour Cashmere, and it's kind of like a putty shade, like it's like a warm colour. I didn't want it like anything like white because I felt like it would be too much with the light in here and stuff, and also like I wanted white quartz and we knew that we wanted that, and also like I'm not really into cool tones and I'm not really a grey person. It's really hard to show you at the moment because of just how like dark it is in here like right now, because it's at the end of the day and all the light's mainly over there and we have one little bulb. But it's just gorgeous, and I'm really, really pleased with what we went for. Can you hear my washing machine? So loud. If anyone was wondering what a washing machine sounded like on an uneven floor, then that's it. Sorry, let's go back to where we were. So yeah, you can kind of see the colour a bit better here actually. You can see how warm it is, if you know what I mean. But we went for a shaker style just because I feel like it's a classic. It lasts like with time and the change in like fashion or like interior style anyway. And I just really like it. Like I like the country look, but I wanted to go a bit more modern at the same time, which is why we went for quartz rather than like a wood worktop or anything like that. But I'll try and like show you what we've gone for. So here is our larder, and you know what, there's probably more storage in this one unit alone than what we had in our old kitchen, at least in terms of like food and stuff. It's ridiculous. So these drawers, sorry, they're a bit dusty at the moment, but they are ones that you can pull out. So there was an option to have one that comes out as a big rack, you know, these ones that are like full length, but we decided to go for drawers because they're a little bit sturdier on the recommendation of our like kitchen supplier, who were great, and it just meant that you could like individualize things a bit more and get a lot more in. So we've got 5 drawers for loads of different things, so we can keep like lower ones maybe for stuff that the kids can help themselves to, that kind of thing. And then we've got 2 sections up here that we can, I mean, I have no idea what we're going to put in them yet. So that's that. And then this is where our oven and combi oven is going to be. So we went for that choice in the end because it was recommended to us, and I do cook a lot and I envisage having like, you know, big family get-togethers, and I feel like 2 ovens will be like handy, to be honest. So the combi one I think is on top, and that is also a microwave, so it's just quite handy, and then the other one's just a normal oven. The brand that we went for is Neff, if you were wondering. And then above that we have a little cupboard up here, so we could maybe store things up there that should be out of reach for kids, from like alcohol or I don't know, first aid, stuff like that. And then down here we have another big drawer that comes out of the bottom, and then there's a little one that slides out on the top. So I don't know, I'm just having like storage fantasies now. So the ovens will fill the space there, and then this is going to be our integrated fridge. I always get asked all the time what we think about our Smeg, and this was somebody else's that we bought off them, so it was already secondhand. But to be honest with you, it is so big and bulky, and I personally wouldn't ever go for one again. I can't wait to have an integrated one. Like, you can just see how thick this door is here. That is just door. There's no storage in this bit of the door, and it's so bulky. It takes up so much space. It freezes things, it leaks, and yeah, we're glad to see the back of it. So if you're ever wondering about getting one, my honest opinion is get an integrated one. So we're having a full integrated fridge here, and we're actually going to keep our freezer in the utility room. We didn't want to waste too much space by having them both in here, and it's actually something that a lot of my family members do. They have like a big freezer in their utility, and it's not that far away, so kind of mimicked that, and it'll work well for us because we wanted to be able to fill this with like loads of fresh fruit and veg and that kind of thing. Then in the corner, it's always that awkward bit, isn't it, the corner? But we decided to stop it here because I really wanted this to be like a really nice space with long like shelves across, and put my cookery books on really, and a few like knickknacks, not loads of stuff, maybe like the odd plant, but just to keep this really nice and fresh and bare. So that's what we're sticking with. But I just love the way these cupboards work. Like, they look really nice. It bends right back for starters, and then this one comes out like this, so you can really access like everything, which is really cool. And yeah, I still again don't know what I'm going to put in here. Maybe like baking stuff, I have no idea. So that's them. Or maybe glasses, And then we also have this one here as well, which maybe could do for like glasses and stuff like that. Again, I have no idea yet. Then underneath we're going to have a very similar like mechanism, but that one's not been finished yet, so it'll be this kind of thing. So you can see just like the space that we've got down there. And then, oh god, I feel like I shouldn't have moved that now. Then here, I can't really show you very well because it's got this, I don't even know what's in this parcel, but we've got 3 drawers here, and then so the top one can be like, say, a cutlery one, for example. Then we've got like 2 large ones, so these would be fantastic for like plates or pots and pans and that kind of thing. And then here, and this is going to be a Belfast sink, and we've got under sink storage, and I'm going to keep like key cleaning bits in here, I think, and then put the rest in the utility room. Here's going to be the dishwasher with like a matching front on it, and then we've got just another cupboard set at the end. And then the island is okay, where do I start? Cupboard. Cupboard here, and then we've got the similar drawers again. So the top one could be for like all of my cooking utensils, because on this section of the island, this is where our hob's going to be, and then it'll go a little bit further forward, and then we'll have stools like over here. And then yeah, we've got like drawers for pots and pans then, and maybe like that kind of thing that you can just kind of grab and use straight away. This is a little cupboard which would be good for like oils and that kind of thing. And then actually at the end, I think this is going to go that way a little bit more yet. We have a wine fridge, just because I asked about the cost of them, and he said honestly the difference between the cost of a cupboard and then getting your wine fridge, there's not that much difference, and he would recommend getting one. So that's what we're going to do, which is very fancy, but I'm quite excited about that, I'm not going to lie. So all in all, it's going to be like that long, so quite a big island, but we wanted one that like was family appropriate, and the kids could sit and like help us cook, and we could bake on and like do your homework on or eat breakfast on or whatever. So that is what it's like at the moment. And then big changes that have happened that I can't show you, so I might try and show you another day. Our old toilet and sink came out of there, and then other things that we can show you. Well, one thing, it's not in the house, but it's in the garden. We had 2 trees chopped down today. We used to have a conifer here and a big conifer here. They were a lot smaller when I moved in. They were about this tall, but by the time we had them chopped down, they'd grown this much. And this one here was blocking light into our garden because it was blocking like the sun when it was around here, and it was also blocking the sun coming through here into our neighbour's garden. So we were both very happy to have that go. And then over on this side, there was one here that was really tall, but it was getting really wide, and we have a little passageway down here, and we were struggling to get through properly. So we made the decision to get rid of them. Don't really like chopping down stuff, to be honest, but we have so much greenery in our garden that it just felt like at least we weren't like completely destroying, you know, wildlife and that kind of thing. All of my bushes need a trim. The whole garden's an absolute mess, to be honest, bless it, but one day we'll sort that out. Another thing, this has been fitted in our doorway here, but it's not been put in properly just in case it gets damaged, because there's still a bit of a leak in the garage at the moment in the roof. I'm really excited about these. I've ordered some raw Osmo oil for these, so it should look really nice, hopefully, and they're going to be really pretty. And what else? Oh, bar stools came from Dunelm, but they're just sat there for now, just sat happily on the floor. But I think that is everything that I can probably show you right now. The only other thing that has happened is that we've had a 50/50 mist coat in the upstairs extension, but I will save that for another day, purely because I've already rambled so much. I turned my washing machine on again and it's starting to make a load of noise. So on that note, I will see you in the next update, coming in 2 seconds. So it's Wednesday, I think it's the 8th of July today, and I'm doing a bit of an earlier update because we had a bit of a delay. Bloody delays, eh? Oh god, they're so frustrating. I mean, it's understandable because so many places are only just sort of getting back into the swing of things now with manufacturing and stuff, but we've had a delay on the appliances, so I think most of them are coming tomorrow, but then maybe not even all. I'm not entirely sure, but I will walk you around this space again and just sort of show you everything, and I'll also take you upstairs. So I guess like the biggest change in here today is the fact that the island has been properly put together. So I'm going to walk you through it, but this is essentially the size of it. The island is quite big. If you compare, so this is like this island, and then you can compare to that one, I would say it's probably nearly double the size because the worktop's not on it yet. But basically this is going to have a solid back on at some point, so you won't be able to see this, and then we will have our chairs. We've brought 3 chairs at the moment, but it might be that we can fit 4 in. I just wasn't sure, and I kind of wanted to see. But if I bring you round here, the formation's only changed over here, but I will show you that in a sec. So this is just that cupboard again. This now has the cutlery tray in, which is quite exciting. So this is probably where I don't know if we're going to keep like all of our cutlery here, or maybe just the stuff we cook with, you know, like appliances like flippers and all of that thing. And then this gap here is for our wine fridge. We ummed and ahed about having it either here or here, but because we've got a pop-up socket going in on top of the quartz, I would rather have the pop-up socket like towards the end of the unit, if that makes sense. So we've put this one here, and we're gonna have the wine fridge here, plus it makes it more sturdy for this part. So they've all got sides on now. And then the I think the quartz is being templated tomorrow, because that's when the appliances are going to be dropped off. So the island is going to pretty much come, like it'll come over slightly, and then it'll come up to here, and then like round, so it'll have a lip. We opted for sides. Some islands you can just opt for it to be like just a sort of standalone lip across, and there's no sides here, but we thought that sides would be better. Just looks a bit cleaner, and also stops kids like trying to mess around underneath it and like bump heads and stuff. Hopefully, fingers crossed anyway, because my kid's clumsy. Another thing that I noticed, I think this is new, is that like the little bit of like filler blank has gone in here, because obviously it's made to measure, but some of these bits are like wasted space. When the units have gone on, when the worktop's gone on, this is all going to be boxed in with all this kind of thing, and it will have like a cupboard on it so we can access the boiler as and when we need it. So that, I think, is what all of this leftover stuff is for, because it's like surplus cupboards and stuff. And yeah, everything's sort of in place now. We haven't got any knobs or anything on yet, and I'm just trying to see if I can find them. 1 second, I will try and show you which ones we've gone for. So these are our knob choices. I'm trying not to be immature when I say that. So we've got, here, got a focus, we've got this one, and then we've got that one. Excuse my sleeve, that is my child that did that. And I really wanted to go for gold. Like, I like the warm tones, as I've mentioned before, and our tap is actually gold. With our kitchen order, that's the one nice thing about when you order from like local places. They do deals, you know, like you get like a free set of pans if you order such and such, or like in our case we actually got the choice of a induction hob or a cooker tap, which is one of the boiling hot water taps, and it has like a special, like you have to tap it 8 times and turn it twice to the left or whatever it is to make boiling water. And we just decided to go for that because, wow, how exciting is that? So that's the gold one that we've gone for. So everything should be gold in here, which should be really nice. And I'm really excited about all the hardware going on and everything going in. But this is essentially what the kitchen's like now. So we're upstairs now, and a little bit is changing here, but there's still quite a lot to do. Obviously you can see here it's still a bit of a mess. Sorry about the focus, because it's this window that's sending the camera off, but all of this needs sorting, because obviously that's not really the look we're going for. But all of this has been plastered now up until about here, and then if I take you in, I'll be able to show you that it has been misted with a 50-50 mix. So 50% water, 50% paint, and it's just like a basic white paint at the moment, but it already makes such a difference. Like, oh god, look at how bright it is, it's crazy. One of the things that me and my mum and dad and Mark have been laughing about is that our room, we realised, reminds us of a hotel room. You know, like, they said that we should install one of those card machines, you know, where you have to like swipe it to get into your room, because you come in and it's always that same old layout where you have like the ensuite on the left, and then around the corner you've got the bedroom. And yeah, everywhere has been misted. This has all been plastered now. So before, this was all exposed because of the pipe work, because ongoing work needed to be done in here. Still don't think there is any water though. No water in here yet. But it's looking good, isn't it? So it's Friday the 10th of July, and is it the 10th? Yeah, it is. And yeah, it's going to be like the update to wrap up this week, which I think was week 18. So it's been 4 months now as of yesterday. And this week's been like a funny one, because again, I feel like loads of stuff has changed, but then at the same time, I also feel like we've not got as far as what I would have hoped, because we had some delays. So we've had delays on appliances, so we now have, I'll turn you around actually and I'll just show you, because it's more interesting than looking at my face, isn't it? One mo. In terms of appliances that we do have, this is our wine fridge. So we've got a 30cm freestanding under counter wine cooler type thing, and I'm really excited to have one of them. And then the other thing, this is my utility room. You know what, I actually really love it because it keeps all like the noise and the stuff out of the way, even though it's like still a mess. Let me pause this just for a second so you can hear me. So this is our fridge, and it's like an inbuilt one, so it's within like the cupboards and stuff, so it's all hidden. That's not obviously been installed yet. And then we do have some paint here. We've gone with Dulux white cotton in the downstairs space. We're going to go all white to begin with and like live in it, and then if we want to add pops of colour either with like feature walls or other things like that, then we can do, but we always tend to go white, and it does as well. So it's white cotton down here, and then in the bedroom I think we have gone for god, what is it called, like traditional white or something like that. Let me check. White cotton, timeless white, that's it. But they've been mixed in Crown Trade paint, so it's like those colours but in a sort of like better quality paint, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure what any of this is. I think this is, oh, door handles. These are our door handles to go with the internal doors. We wanted like some more brushed chrome ones, but they were too expensive, so we went with these instead. We were going to try and get some gold ones, but again, they're really expensive, so this is all just like cut off some bits and bobs now. And then the other bits of appliances just really hurt my knee then. Oh, another thing that I can update you on actually while I'm here, this window, which is boarded up at the moment, has come. So it's just a little window just to add a little bit more light, which will be quite nice. And that's arrived now, so that'll be going in next week. And then in here we have our hob. So we have a Neff induction hob, and it's a 5-ring one, so it's pretty much, probably is quite similar to that size. And then underneath here is our utility sink, which is just a stainless steel sink because we didn't spend too much money in the utility room, but that's here and ready to go. And then we also somewhere, where is it, this was the box for the Belfast sink, which I'll show you in a second, but I can show you this, which is this, how dusty everything gets, bearing in mind this only arrived at our house yesterday. This is our tap for the utility, so we've just gone with like a brushed chrome in there again because it's just more affordable. What has happened in here? Just the sink really. To be honest, it's not even in place properly. It's just been put here because we had our worktops, what's it called, templated today. So the guy came, it was like with a really fancy little laser beam type thing. You set it up here and it had like an iPad on it, and it like lasered the measurements and then like put it on the screen, and then you could like measure it out and stuff. So obviously this is going to be covered, and we've gone for white quartz, and I think it's like snow white or something like that, so it's got a little tiny bit of sparkle but nothing crazy. So yeah, that is the end of week 18, and it's been such an exciting week, like seeing everything like slot together and actually see physical stuff like the kitchen is amazing. Sorry again that my videos have been really up in the air, but I just don't have a house right now that is fit for filming very much at all. Like I have to have eyes in the back of my head, like I can't be filming videos and like not keeping an eye on the kids because of how much is going on, and it's really noisy, and then like at night it's too dark, or like I'm gonna wake the kids up if I do it upstairs, and it's one of those. So fingers crossed we'll get back into the swing of things. Like I miss doing grocery hauls and like foodie videos and like vlogs and stuff, but I just feel like at the moment if I vlogged it would be really boring because it'd just be like us in the living room eating sandwiches, doing homeschool, playing, going for a walk, playing, eating, going to bed, and I don't think that you want to see that. But anyway, I've got off on a tangent. You can tell I don't speak to many people anymore at the moment. I'm just socialising. But yeah, have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you're up to, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!